Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study a very emotional and powerful lesson titled Letter to His Wife Erlyn, written by the great American physicist Richard Feynman. Feynman was a brilliant scientist and a Nobel Prize winner, but he was also a man with a very soft heart. His wife Erlyn passed away at a very young age due to tuberculosis. Even after 16 months of her death, he still felt a strong connection with her. This letter shows us how deeply he loved her, how much he missed her, and how writing became a way for him to deal with grief. Today, I will explain you every part of the letter. Now let's begin with first part of the letter, a loving greeting. Feynman begins the letter by expressing pure love for Erlyn. He calls her sweetheart and says that writing to her makes him feel warm inside. Even though she is no longer with him, he writes with the same affection as if she is still alive. Let me give you an example, students. Talking to someone's photo because it gives you comfort. Now let's move on to the second part of the letter, why he did not write earlier. He feels sorry that he has not written to her for almost 2 years. He explains that he thought there was no purpose in writing to someone who is no longer alive. But now he realizes that writing helps him express the love he still carries inside. For an example, students, it is like avoiding your diary after losing someone, then slowly returning to it because it helps you feel better. Now let's move on to the third part of the letter, missing their shared life. In this part, he talks about things they used to do together, discussing problems, starting small projects, learning new things like making clothes or learning Chinese. Without Erlyn, he feels he cannot continue these activities because she was the one who inspired their adventures. For an example, planning activities with a friend, but after they are gone, every plan feels incomplete. Now let's move on to the fourth part of the letter, comforting her even after her death. He remembers how, during her illness, Erlyn worried that she couldn't give him what she thought he needed. Feynman reassures her again that she never had to worry. He loved her completely without expecting anything in return. For an example, telling a sick loved one, your presence is enough. You don't need to do anything for me. Now let's move on to the fifth part of the letter, why he cannot love anyone else. In this part, Feynman openly admits that although he has met many women, he cannot love anyone else. He says that compared to Erlyn, everyone else feels empty like ashes. His loyalty and emotional attachment remains only with her. For an example, after losing someone special, new relationship feels meaningless. Now let's move on to the sixth part of the letter, painful acceptance and closing lines. He ends the letter with a heartbreaking line, I love my wife is dead. This shows that he accepts the truth, but the pain remains. At the end, students, he tells, I don't know your new address. Is both emotional and slightly humorous. He knows he cannot send the letter anywhere, yet he writes it because it comforts him. For an example, writing a message to someone whose phone number will never work again. Now let's see what is the conclusion of this letter. Students, this letter teaches us that love does not end when life ends. Grief is not something we get over. We learn to live with it. Feynman's letter is an honest expression of his heart, showing how writing can sometimes heal wounds that nothing else can. Now let's see what is the moral of the lesson. Students, moral is very simple. True love remains even after separation. Expressing our feelings through writing or talking is a powerful way to heal emotional pain. This was the complete explanation, students. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, like,